Alright crocheters, in this video I'm going to be showing you kind of the basics of shaping the head. On this pattern, it's obviously the baby fox. So there are, the principles though apply for a lot of different patterns, not strictly just this one. So I'm going to show you guys how shaping the head affects the look and also makes it look a little bit more realistic. All right, so in my opinion, shaping the head is one of the most important steps in making amigurumi. So for this, I've got my yarn needle and about 12 inches of black medium weight yarn. And what we're gonna do, if you take a look at this fox right now, the way it is, the eyes are set kind of far apart. And if you look at the profile, the snout is underwhelming. I don't know, like it's, I think it could use some help in how it looks. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our needle and we're going to insert it right here, kind of in the middle, top middle, I guess, of the eye on this side. And we're going to just go push it just right to that inner edge. Whoop. On the other side of that, on the eye on the other side. So we're just like this at the moment. Gonna leave a couple of inches on this side and turn around and go back. I'm gonna turn it because that is easier for my hands. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're trying to get it just right at the corner of the eye, but we want them to be a stitch apart. Sorry, I know that's difficult to see. You kind of have to manhandle it though. So right now, nothing is really taking place, but we have this yarn end, which is at the top of the stitch, and this yarn end, which is at the bottom of the stitch. And right over here, you can see just a little bit, just faintly, that right there is where our yarn went through. And so now what we're gonna do, so we're going to just cross these ends and we're going to start to pull. So you can see that with that, just that amount of pulling, that wasn't terribly a lot, but it brought the eyes closer together. And it also gives them this indent at the corners of the eye, which every animal has. I guess maybe except fish. So it makes it look a lot more realistic. And if you go to the profile view, it didn't change a ton, but because we brought those eyes closer together, we got this bump out a little bit more on the top of the head, which lends itself toward a more natural looking snout, if that makes sense. So it's kind of a subtle change when you shape the head, but it really does affect it a lot. It takes it from looking like kind of just a standard stuffed animal to having a little bit more of a realistic look. So then when I'm happy with how much I've pulled it, I knot it off a couple of more times and then I just weave in the ends. And sometimes this area can be challenging to try and weave in the ends because there's so much tension running through this area. So I'm going to try and just, use my crochet hook and grab these ends. But if I can't, what I'll end up doing is just getting, well, it looks like I should. But you can like thread each one individually onto your yarn needle and then bury them into the project. That way, so they do like fully disappear. So that is how you shape the head on an soft amigurumi project.